Hi guys, this is Mr. Rag92. I just posted UFC 143, Diaz versus Conor for any UFC fans. Check that out. That's my prediction of the fight, how it's going to go, and why I think it's going to go that way. So check that out. Today I am doing the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship predictions for this weekend's football. We have the New York Giants, who shockingly beat the well, not so much as shockingly, but I was kind of surprised. Not that they won, but in the fashion that they did. The Green Bay Packers lost to the Giants. Green Bay was 15-1 this season and lost 37-20, I believe, to the Giants. And the Giants move on. Green Bay goes home. Also, San Francisco versus the Saints. I thought the Saints were going to go to the Super Bowl and probably win. So that was kind of surprising. There were 4 league changes within the last 4 minutes, or in the fourth quarter, I think, something like that. So I didn't get a chance to watch that game, but from everybody that did, that I know, said that it was awesome. So it's pretty cool that the 49ers, the year that they've had this year has been pretty fun to see. Coach Harbaugh has really been, a huge difference to them, and that they've definitely improved since they hired him as their coach, and that's really great to see. Also, we have Baltimore versus Houston last week. Baltimore, the winner of that matchup. They played pretty well. They had a lot of turnover. I think 2 turnovers towards the end. And from what I heard, they actually didn't play as well as they could have, given the opportunities that they created with the turnovers. They weren't really able to, blow out Houston. They were just able to beat them, which is obviously good enough to move on. But this weekend we have the AFC Championship matchups. New England versus Baltimore. New England beat Denver in a blowout fashion. Tebow Mania has ended for the season, and Houston is their season's over, and the Saints' season's over, and Green Bay's season's over. So we have Baltimore versus New England in that AFC Championship matchup. I'm gonna go run off with that one first. I think that New England should win this matchup. Will they is the question. 2009, I believe, New England was the #1 seed. They played in Foxborough. Or was it the divisional round? I can't really remember. They played in Foxborough, and they lost to the Baltimore Ravens in a drubbing at home. Both teams are actually pretty similar still within those last. I mean, New England didn't have Rob Gronkowski then, or Aaron Hernandez then. That's a huge change, a huge difference now. So maybe that'll have an effect towards this weekend's game. But I see New England winning that game. I see it being a close game. Brady versus the Ravens D, and I see the Ravens D once again putting up a good effort, but not doing enough. I think New England will win this one. Their offense is just too stacked. Not only do they have Brady, they have Gronkowski, Hernandez, Deion Branch has even been pretty good this year. Wes Welker, obviously. So we all know what they have and how they use it. And I actually think New England's defense. I was surprised at how well they played against Denver. So Joe Flacco has been taking a lot of heat over these last few days, last week, for not really performing as well as he should be, even though they're in the playoffs. So I don't know if that's deserved or not. So if New England is able to stop Joe Flacco defensively too, if their defense plays well, then they'll definitely win. So I see New England winning that one. And across the NFC, we have the Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. A lot of smack talk from the Giants has been brought up these last few days. Justin Tuck has been saying stuff. A lot of the Giants' defensive players have been saying a lot. Osa Umenyiora said some stuff. So there's been a lot of trash talk going on. Vernon Davis from the other side of the 49ers, tight end, he's been saying a lot of stuff too. And I think this is going to be a very, very good game. Probably the best of the year. And it's a game that no one really saw coming. The Giants were 7-7 at one point in the season. They were signing Tom Coughlin's pink slip and trying to push him out the door, and they were able to rally and win the division, and really got hot. Eli Manning has been hot in the playoffs again this season, so that's just great to see that they're playing for their coach. And I like Tom Coughlin. I think he's a good coach, and I don't really think he deserves, I don't think there should be any reason why he should be fired. He's led them to a Super Bowl before, so I'm kind of rooting for the Giants just based on that. I really like San Francisco's team. What they've done this season has been great. Alex Smith is finally sort of, he's at a coming of age year. He's finally started to produce and show signs of leadership and show signs of why he was the #1 overall pick in the 2005 draft. Frank Gore has been great running back for the 49ers for the past few years. He's been in the league for 4 or 5 years, so maybe a little bit more than that. He's been around for, he's had a good substantial career. He's still in his prime too. Vernon Davis, Michael Crabtree, that's just their offense we're talking about. Their defense is probably the best in the NFL. Very close with the Giants and the Ravens, and their defense didn't allow a rushing touchdown for a huge string of weeks, and they were able to really put the best effort forward this season, led by Patrick Willis, former Buffalo Bill Dante Whitner at safety, Alden Smith, Justin Smith. They've played very well defensively this season. So I think the Giants and the 49ers matchup, I'm going to go with the Giants. Even though I've said all these great things about the 49ers, I think that the Giants offense is more well-rounded than the 49ers offense. So it's going to be interesting to see the Giants offense go up against the 49ers D. And I actually think that the Giants will win that matchup, and in turn, the Giants defense versus the 49ers offense, I think the Giants will actually win that matchup too. They have too much talent on their defensive line. The 49ers offensive line is very, very young. They have played very well this season, but the Giants defensive line is different from any type of defensive line in the NFL. So with that being said, I'm actually predicting a 2007 rematch Super Bowl between the New York Giants and the New England Patriots. I think that if this Super Bowl were to happen, I could honestly say that the Giants will probably prevail again and beat New England, just like they did in 2007. So Giants, my prediction, beating the 49ers, the New England Patriots beating the Baltimore Ravens, and I kind of just gave away my prediction for the Super Bowl, but now I don't have to make another video. So I have the Giants beating the 49ers, the New England beating Baltimore, and then in turn the Giants beating New England again in the Super Bowl. So Giants, Eli Manning's second ring, and Tom Coughlin's second ring, and a guy that was getting a pink slip no more than a month ago is going to be based on my prediction. My prediction could be wrong. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But that's just what I've seen. The Giants have definitely shown up especially last week. I think that loss um, was probably the worst loss in Packers history. Um, they were number one seed. They were 15-1 in the regular season. The one loss being to the Kansas City Chiefs, a game which they should not have lost at all. Um, I mean, Kansas City isn't the Chicago Bears or the New York Giants for that matter. So they should have won that. They probably should have went undefeated in the regular season. Um, they beat Detroit with their backup quarterback, Matt Flynn. Um, they had a crazy season. They should have definitely beat the Giants just based on that, but the Giants are no slouches either. The Giants were 7-7 throughout at that towards the end of the year, and then they won two, and then went into the playoffs. So the Giants have really gotten hot at the right time. It's not about who does good in the regular season; it's about who does good before the playoffs and during the playoffs. So that's the note that you want to leave off on. So I have the Giants beating the 49ers and the Patriots beating the Baltimore Ravens. Super Bowl prediction, I have the Giants beating the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. So I will definitely not be watching this year's halftime show, which features Madonna. I won't be watching that. Um, that I can tell you. Alrighty. Well, you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. And comment on the video and let me know what you think. Thanks.